21 with 3:11 to play in the first half. In a back and forth battle. Bountiful's led by as many as 14. Mountain Crest has never led in this contest. Bountiful with a 90-yard kick return for a touchdown last time the special teams were out, and this time they put it on the ground.
Well, that's a good call.
Bountiful will start at their own 27 in a brand new ball game.
Coverage team, a little more urgency that time when Mark Wooten walks out to the huddle as you kick it off. I'm sure he had a few words to say. 240
yards and 2 touchdowns through the air for Alex Caressa. Oh, he's so good at eluding pressure, and look at that, just throws that one on a rope.
And he's running to the opposite side. That is really hard to do.
Salazar, as they give to Satuala. Salazar came in motion, like maybe they were going to crack down with him. Instead, they gave it to Satuala, and he picks up a yard. Every time Bountiful jumped out of that 14-0 lead, Mountain Crest answered, tied it at 14 every time. Bountiful gets the ball back. Now they're trying to answer Mountain Crest. Schmidt carrying defenders down near that first down marker, and it looks like he's got it.
Yeah, it's going to be a first down.
9 yards for Schmidt.
And wave the sticks forward.
43 yards on 6 carries for big number 34. No, that's different. That's 25. That's Satuala. We're a long way away.
Yes, we are.
So 22 yards for Satuala. Now they run this end around, and they've got a little bit of room that turns into a lot of room. They brought Salazar in motion earlier to see what the Mustang defense would do. And now they run the end around and a pickup of 14. Salazar having a big game for Bountiful. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. I'm not sure why the clock never started after they set the chains. Satuala, 1 yard gain. 23 yards on 5 carries now. And a touchdown for Satuala.
Well, Mountain Crest doing a much better job, generally speaking, in the interior defense. Running game of Bountiful.
He must have knocked Salazar out of bounds. That's why the clock didn't stop in the last play. Zollinger's going to throw this one. Still working his way to the sideline, heaves that one up and out of bounds, and it'll be 3rd and 9. Zollinger started this game 4 for 4. Since then, he's 2 of 6, but he still has 110 yards and a touchdown. Not a bad first half for somebody you don't think of as playing in a passing offense.
He never rolls to his left.
No.
Might start bringing a little pressure up from that side.
Ethan Peterson with 15 was bringing the pressure for the Mustangs. Big 3rd down. Inside to Satuala. He's got some room. But boy, Mountain Crest closes in a hurry. It's going to be 4th down. 4 yards. He looked like he had big running room as we take a look at the S.E. Needham Jewelers middle of the block sign of the clock. S.E. Needham Jewelers, your diamond engagement ring store. We're all tied at 21, and Mountain Crest wants a timeout because they feel like, hey, if we can get the ball and we've got a minute left, that's plenty of time.
Boy, that would be huge if Mountain Crest could get this ball back, good field position, and score before they go to the half. As badly as Bountiful was beating them on the offensive side of the ball to start this game.
And we said earlier it felt like Bountiful was in control of this game, but that has shifted, hasn't it? I mean, Satuala looked like he had all sorts of running room, and he had blockers out there. Defensively, Mountain Crest very quick.
Well, this bodes well for Mountain Crest because we've seen him a lot of late starting out slow in the first half and really coming out in the second half. Last week against East, 28-20 at the half, and ended up winning 56-26, I believe, if I recall.
Yep.
And it's just Mountain Crest is a very well-conditioned team. They'll wear you down.
Yeah, Mountain Crest isn't huge, but they don't worry about playing big teams. They just figure, well, we'll get them so tired that by the time the third quarter winds down.
Those poor kids from East, man, they were so gassed. They were wanting their mamas.
Now, Bountiful looks like they're going to go for it. Power formation in the backfield. Mountain Crest doesn't want to jump off sides.
They're trying to get him to jump. Yep.
And they call a timeout. It's Bountiful.
Good disciplined defense by Mountain Crest, not jumping on that. That's really what Bountiful was trying to do, to get them to jump.
Yeah, it's worth a try, isn't it?
Worked against East about 7 times in a row last week, I think.
Yeah, it did.
That poor kid, I felt bad.
Yeah, one of their defensive tackles. I think he was jumping out of bed all night going, huh!
Number 7!
Yeah, as a defender, it would just drive me crazy to play against Alex Caressa. Especially if it was a defensive lineman. I mean, oh my gosh. That's why when you see defensive linemen, when they do get a hold of him, you watch, they always give him a little extra business.
Yep. And being a former defensive lineman, I can totally agree.
Oh, Bountiful's going to fake it, and they're not going to get it. They are not going to get it. They needed 4, they got 1 yard, and Mountain Crest will have it at the 42. So it worked for Mountain Crest earlier. It does not work for Bountiful here as they snap to the up back. Peterson and Richardson are there.
Right about there, they're blowing the whistle. He never really goes down. They blow the whistle. Mountain Crest lets up. He starts to take off. By then, the play's already dead. That's number 30, Jacob Hunt.
So 59 seconds left, a long time for Alex Caressa. He's in trouble. Gets away, looking for Fackrell, and it's over his head and out of bounds.
Oh, lucky. Lucky. He is in the teeth of that defense and finds Fackrell coming across.
Gets out of this one.
Wow.
He just never quit spinning and moving and wiggling. Caressa, crossing pattern. Has his man, it's Rigby. Rigby steps out of bounds after picking up the first down.
43 seconds.
14 yards.
He puts on the gas, looking for that sideline to stop the clock.
.43 seconds to play in the first half. We're tied at 21. Mountain Crest looking for their first lead. Pickett heading for the sideline. Slips out of a tackle and then slips out of bounds. A pickup of 8.
Used 8 seconds on that play as well, down to 35.
262 yards now for Caressa. Pickett has 108 of those on 6 catches. Across the middle, another one tipped. Caressa's thrown the ball 34 times here in the first half, Lee.
He's going to need to ice his elbow at halftime.
He's 19 of 34. Check that, he's 20 of 34. This time, all those great catches Fackrell made.
This is an easy
and if
one.
this one goes through his hands, it's now 4th and 2.
I think he hears Salazar's footsteps coming up on him.
A lot of mustard, though, on this one, too. .27 seconds left and the clock stopped. 32 seconds. Mountain Crest is run off the clock.
Still got a timeout left.
They got to pick up 2 yards here. Crest has another one knocked back in his face, and Bountiful holds. How many of those are going to get knocked down?
That's 6.
6.
Well, that's a big hold by the Bountiful Braves defense. You got to wonder if they're going to come out firing here and try and get something on the board with 21 seconds to go, or just take a knee and go into halftime happy to be at a 0-0 score.
You know, that defensive end, Landon Layton at 6'3", he didn't even try to rush. He just came upfield, and they are going to take a knee. He just came upfield and jumped in the air. He's just coming up and jumping before he even gets to the offensive lineman to try to knock it down.
It's smart. Coach Wall's been around. He knows you're not going to catch Caressa in the backfield very often. If you can get upfield and cut those passing lanes out, it's going to be effective.
That's the end of the first half. We're tied at 21 in the semifinals from Rice Eccles Stadium.
Hi, I'm Bryce with U&I Furniture in downtown Logan, where we have been in business for 80 years. How have we done it? Well, we've had great prices on high quality furniture, and we've had great customer service as well. And remember, it's always a better buy at U&I.
Discount Tire, so much more than a tire store. Brakes?
We do that.
Oil changes?
We do that.
Shocks and struts?
We do that.
Batteries?
We do that.
That's right, so much more than a tire store.
All of our service work is performed by ASE certified technicians
and is backed by our exclusive coast-to-coast service warranty, honored at over 30,000 locations nationwide.
Discount Tire, so much more than a tire store.
One of the reasons I really enjoy banking at Lewiston State Bank is because I enjoy the friendly service. They know me by name, they know who I am, and they know what my business is, and that is very important to me.
I've been banking at Lewiston State Bank for about 9 years, and we love it. They know who I am.
We are proud to have been serving our customers for over 100 years with personalized, friendly service. Please come in and meet your new friends at Lewiston State Bank.
their teeth are chipped or discolored or anything, I would highly recommend Lumineers to any of my friends. And so I talked to some people who had Lumineers, talked to them about the process. It indeed was painless. It was short. You know, it didn't take any great time out of their life. And the results were amazing. I mean, especially for some people that I've seen who had like chipped teeth or a lot of discoloration, totally changed their outlook and their perspective and how they felt about themselves.
Well, we're at Rice Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake for a semifinal game between Bountiful and Mountain Crest, and we're tied at 21.